evening.
Okay.
Welcome to Sarkari School. As you know, we are inviting inspiring teachers from across India who will receive national awards for teacher on 5th September. Today, our guest is S. Dhilip ji. He's a English teacher from Government Higher Secondary School in Tamil Nadu, and he is among two teachers who was selected from Tamil Nadu for this prestigious national award. So, first, my first question is to you, sir. What was your first reaction when you got information that you will receive national award for teacher?
Yeah, really. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, first Abhishek sir. And the first reaction when I have heard the news like you have won the national award, I was like very happy, and it was there were overwhelming responses from my students who have studied from me. And lots of teachers, more than 3,000 teachers, have posted and bagged around Facebook and WhatsApp saying that as if they were happy that they were receiving the award. That was really amazing and unforgettable experience in my life.
For whom you will dedicate this award?
There are lots of people whom I wanted to dedicate, starting from first, these are to my students, to my family, to my colleagues, to my higher authorities who have selected me and nominated me for this award, and to my friends and relatives who are always being a biggest support for me in my life.
Can you name few of them?
I
Because
just
I want to
wanted
make
to
it very
dedicate
special
this
for
to
them.
everyone. Yes, yes, really.
Can you name few of them who really inspired you to just work as a motivated teacher, just do your job more passionately? Because you have already received a national award earlier, like ICT award. Uh,
Yes, in 2012, I have received a national award for using ICT effectively in my classroom. And I wanted to name some of them, like my teachers who have taught me during my school days, or okay, I just wanted to say that those who have taught me, like since KG to K12, they were unforgettable, and my colleges or somewhat like, and those two teachers who have taught me apart from knowledge, they have built my character is the way for my success. I wanted to say the main role of teacher is not only imparting knowledge but also character building, which will make the students into a good citizens. That's what.
Dilip sir is a graduate teacher in English and he's going to receive this prestigious award. Sir, can you give us a brief background of your teaching career?
Yes, I really wanted to share some of my. I can also share the slides now, I think.
Yes, yes.
And really, I was forced to take this profession, but when I have jumped into teaching profession, I have taken this as my passion. You can see that teaching is my passion. We are in it not for income, but for the outcome of the children, is the main slogan which I always adopt in order to make always happy my students as well as I feel myself happy when I go with this energy. And my aim is to empower my students, school, and society. I have entered this profession in the year 2000, and I have completed almost 20 years of teaching, starting from like first standard to 10th standard. I have taught children who were in class 1 during my appointment, and now I have got promoted in 2007 and become English teacher. And before that I was teaching all subjects, and now I'm teaching specially English for classes 6 to 10. And when I got appointed in 2000, I was traveling through two buses, and I'll reach my school through a bike, and it was almost 70 kilometers travel, but I'll reach school on time. And starting with that, I have taken bringing in some innovations in my classrooms, which made me to bag this award, I guess. I wanted to share some of the experiences which are here. Like I used to have innovative classroom practices in my class, and I also concentrate on developing co-scholastic activities of my children. And I have collected so many donations from common people, and I involve society in empowering the students, teachers, and I have somewhat made contributions to state and nation, and the global exchange programs which we had in my school also helps me a lot and my students also to get empowered. So these are some of the photographs which I wanted to share, like all the like whatever awards and things which I have received, my students really enjoy, and this is going to be a biggest treat for them. And I've made my children to participate in Design for Change, and which was the turning point for my children, which I have taken them to Ahmedabad, and they have participated in uh, that competition, and they have met five important people there, including the cricket player Rahul Dravid and the actor Rahul Bose and Geet Sethi, who is a billiard champion, and there was Krishna Patil, who was the youngest mountaineer, and many other bigger stars, and they got inspired from them. And I almost make my children to learn with real, and I also integrate virtual world into my classroom. These are some of the activities which I carry over in my class, like my classroom innovation, like phonetic approach, which is a good approach for teaching them with reading skill. I adopt this in my classroom to develop my students reading skill. And the next one is development of communication skill is very very important for them. For that, our government had introduced a project called English language communication. I should remember Mr. Ranganathan, Venkatachari Ranganathan, who was as a lead for the project, and he had given me an opportunity to train the teachers in this across the state. And this is another project which I have carried over in my classroom, gamified grammar. With this, my students play and learn grammar. And you can get the resources from this blog, gamifiedgrammar.blogspot.com. And I also give them practice with activities, quizzes, online tools, and other things where I integrate the TPAC methodology. And with another question, I can proceed to this. I guess this is how I do remember like 20 years of service rolled over. And uh, e- let's proceed with the next question, Abhishek sir.
Okay, so just you have shared about how you are using technology. So my next question is, as an English teacher, you had worked to integrate innovative technology with classroom learning. Can you share briefly about your intervention? Because sounds very interesting.
Yes, I can also tell about the classroom innovations using technology. Right from starting with iPod, which is the cheapest, which is of 50 rupees, and the memory card costs 250. And when you use the iPod and when you give it as a listening material to group of children, it is an effective tool of usage. And you can make use of the smartphone which is in hands of all the teachers, and that will also become like most of the times my students will weave the meaning of the words using the e-dictionaries which are as applications in the mobile phones. And next, usage of smart boards and interactive whiteboard which I have set up in my school and is also useful for my classroom. This is the image which you are seeing is a greatest thing or the biggest resource for my classroom, where I use a software called multiple mouse mischief is the software which is given by Microsoft. And here what we can do is we can connect 12 mouses at a time with the CPU, and you can make interactive evaluation or interactive collaborative activities. This I have also displayed in science project, and where I have also won Southern India Science Fair, and I make use of this most of the times in my classroom for evaluation. This can be helpful for you instead of clickers, which is like each clicker costs you 3,000 rupees. Instead of that, you can buy a mouse with a USB hub, you can multiply it, and you can look into the mouses. Different mouses will have different icons, and with that the students can click and they can enjoy, and this is a kind of interactive evaluation. And this is another kind of technology which I have used is like the reading pen. This is amazing. This is a product of Gwalior which I have given it to my students, and where the voice also differs when they keep the pen in a girl, it talks like a girl, and when they keep the pen in boy, it talks like a boy, and this will also help them improve their pronunciation. And this is what how I make and encourage students to create some teaching learning materials. These are for FA projects, and this is also included in CCE evaluation. These are some of the TLMs created by my students. I also always use the teaching learning materials. These are some of the real models which my children create. And in technology, I have went to like I have bought a Kinect Xbox. Most of the times, students think of that when we use technology, they'll not have physical moments. But when we use this Kinect Xbox, they move their hands, and accordingly, the mouse will move, and that's really interesting, which makes also physical movements, including with this. This is helpful for students with physical disabilities as well. I wanted to show this model which I have created with 3D Studio Max, and I have created an e-content with this. This is a model of animal cell which I have created, and this is a model of plant cell which I have created using 3D Studio Max.